Stone, special counsel Jack Smith's team is grilling Trump allies about a January 6th war room at the Willard Hotel. Joining us now, Tim Heaphy, former U.S. attorney for the Western District of Virginia and former lead investigator for the House January 6th committee. Also with us, Washington Post reporter Perry Stein. She covers the DOJ and the FBI. And Tim, let's start with you. Mark Meadows looms large over these investigations, and the Post dug up these fascinating details of him actually making fun of claims that large numbers of dead people voted. Then days later, jumping on a call with Trump, alleging 5,000 dead voters in Georgia. How do you interpret this, and does it square with what your committee found?
Yeah, it completely squares with what we found, which was that Mark Meadows was kind of all over the place. There were times when he reassured people that the president was coming along, he was going to accept and concede that he had lost, and then he would immediately turn and be right in the thick of the fight to the president and to other allies about stop the steal, we have to resist the election being stolen. So the text messages that he provided the select committee, including the one that the Post is reporting, reflect that. There were, again, times when he seemed to be, to use Bill Stepien, the campaign manager's term, on team normal, right, acknowledging the loss. And then there were times where he appeared to be on team crazy, again, Stepien's term, encouraging these bogus claims of election fraud. So, it is unclear what he really believed or thought because of those inconsistent statements that we developed.
And not surprisingly, a spokesman for Meadows declined to comment on the article, and a spokesman for Trump declined to comment about Meadows. But the Post also reports this. Since Trump said he was named a target, his allies have been feverishly speculating about the degree of Meadows' cooperation and whether he has provided testimony Smith will use to build a case against Trump. And this, people in Trump's orbit have grown increasingly concerned about what they see as Meadows' retreat from the public scene as a prominent defender of the former president. I don't think he's tweeted in something like 5 months. But given your experience as a former prosecutor, what's your best interpretation of what exactly is going on here?
Yeah, Meadows has exposure. There's no question. I mean, the select committee included him in a criminal referral to the Department of Justice. He himself was in the center of all of the prongs of this multi-part plan to try to disrupt the joint session. He's in the middle of the potential personnel change at the Department of Justice, possible installation of Jeff Clark. He's on the Raffensperger call. He literally arranges and participates in that infamous call where the president tells Secretary Raffensperger, we just need to find 11,000 votes. During the day on January 6th, he still is contemplating, approving the president going to the Capitol after his speech on the ellipse. So, look, he's clearly a conspirator. Now, that means he could either be charged as a conspirator or he could work out some sort of deal with a lack of charge or a guilty plea in the hope of leniency in exchange for cooperation. I don't know which of those paths he will elect to take. But it's clear from our investigation that he was so thick in this, what we found was a criminal conspiracy, that he has exposure.